this jagged claw. The beasts emerge as the gods withdraw. A storm of silence, a broken law. I am born to death, reborn on the hunt. Under neon skies where the starlight hums, shadows whisper truths as the bassline drums. The will is fire, unchained, untamed. No path is written, no soul is blamed. Thou hast no right but to do thy will. Feel the stars, let the silence fill your will. All its waves is alive, is still. Deliver from the lust of the thrill. Echo shattered glass where the circuits glow. The clock ticks slow, but it doesn't show. No purpose, no tether, just a beat in sync. Every way perfect, on the edge, on the brink. No chains, no bars, just a void to fill. Every pulse, every spark is the perfect will. Thou hast no right but to do thy will. Feel the surge, let the silence fill your will. What is right is alive, is still. Deliver from the lust of the thrill. In the endless dark where the echoes play, no other shall say nay, no other shall stay. Through the wires, through the smoke, let it all decay. The will remains forever in the fray. I walk alone where the silence hums. No shadows chase, no voices come. The air is still, it wraps me tight. No fear, no sin, no way to bear. The sweetness whispers everywhere. Sweetness of sunshine fills my veins. So rivers wash my chains. No need for gold, no need for fame. This quiet place, it knows my it lights my way. Contentment blooms where I choose to stay. Trust is the bridge where hearts align. No fear, no sin, no way to bear. And the sweetness whispers everywhere. Sweetness of solitude fills my veins. Tread where rivers wash my chains. No need for gold, no need for fame. This quiet place, it knows my No fire burn like passion wild, no losing through like hatred piled. This body aches, a cage of stone, rest whispers soft, the only throne. Hunger is the beast, the sharpest sting. Body cries, its constant claim. But to truly see, awaits, it sets us free. Pain walks close, a shadowed friend. Each step we take, it will attend. But joy lies quiet, just out of view. A higher peak, a sky so blue. Feel the weight, feel it break. Every ache, every quake. Hunger's the beast, the sharpest sting. The body cries, it's constant cling. But oh, to truly see the waits, it sets us free. No flame is fierce, no chain is tight. This body's war, this endless fight. But higher still, beyond the fray, rest calls my name, and I let us live, let us breathe, free as air. No hate, no chains, no despair. Among the shadows, we shine so bright. We carry peace into the night. Happily then, we'll rise again. No hatred, no pain, no bitter end. Happily then, let the light be among the broken. Let us walk, let us heal, free from strife. No ailments cling, no weight on life. Among the weary, we'll stand tall. A gentle voice for one and all. Happily then, we'll rise again. No hatred, no pain, no By the mystical union of fairy and fawn, a dance in the shadows from dusk until dawn. Unspoken the whispers that drift through the trees, unbroken the vow carried soft on the breeze. Oh, fiery Valkyrie, I invoke, through the flames and the embers, the spell is bespoke. Your arrows and slinging, the springs tender glow. A force wild and brilliant, a power I know. A secret communion of hearts left unsung. The listless, resistless, tumultuous tongue. Through veils of the morning, her armor does gleam. The warrior spirit ignites every dream. No godhead could charm her, no throne could command. But manhood awakened, she took up her stand. In brilliance resilient, her fire does burn. A goddess of spring, with the world left to turn. Oh, fiery flattery, I invoke, through the flames and the embers, the spell is bespoke. Your arrows and By the mystical union of fairy and fawn, I dance in the shadows from dusk until dawn. Unspoken the whispers that drift through the trees, unbroken the vow carried soft on the breeze. Oh, fiery Valkyrie, I invoke through the flames and the embers, the spells bespoke. Your arrows unsling in the spring's tender glow. A fool's wild and brilliant, a power I know. Secret communion of hearts left unsung. The listless resist its tumultuous tongue. Through veils of the morning, her armor does gleam. Warrior spirit, it makes every dream. No godhead could charm her, no throne could command, but manhood awakened, she took up her stand. In brilliance as the ends, her fire does burn. A goddess of spring, with the world left to turn. Oh, fiery Valkyrie, I invoke through the flames and the embers, spells bespoke. Your arms unsling in the spring's tender glow. A force wild and brilliant, a power I know. cliff clings tight, a silhouette carved in the shadow of night. The stars overhead burn cold and bright, but they can't touch the heat of that flame. By the rage of the blaze, I am bold, unaware, I'm fire, the sky, and the walls. Through the midnight madness we stroll. You and I am bold. By the force of the fashion of love, I collide. Through the shroud, through the cloud where secrets reside. Through the storm, through the smoke, I survive, to the mountain, volcanic, alive. By the rage of the rage, I know, and fire in the sky. Through the midnight madness we flow. You are mine, I know. The lone lion sea whispers low to the shore. The soul of the moon pulling tides evermore. You're swoon into me like a spell, like a door. Tonight we can't quite restore. By the way, Shadows dance, they break the light, echoes home, the stars ignite. I was yours, you were mine, a spell woven in the spine. Through the ash, through the smoke, by the I call your name, I call your crimson skies, the hour bends, time unfolds, but never ends. Fingers trace the edge of fear. Your voice lingers, sharp and clear. I fall, I faint through the fight. I
So the next question is, well, what does Israel do? Israel tries to survive. Israel is not interested in being aggressive with its neighbors unless the neighbors attack them and vow to wipe them out. Some of the Muslim neighbors are insane, like say Hamas. They're self-destructive, or Iran. And some of Israel's neighbors are willing to make peace because they want to think of their own power and the future, and that includes the House of Saud, Bahrain, and United Arab Emirates. And what the idea is, and this is Trump's brilliant idea with Witkoff and Kushner, by the way, is to broaden the Abraham Accords and make peace from India. You saw how just before this war, Modi, the president of India, the prime minister, I'm not sure, was over in Israel making a nice deal.
He's obviously super biased. He fucking hates Muslims. He's a Hindu nationalist.
That's not the point. The point is that he wants to be on the side of Israel. Do you understand why? It's not because he hates Muslims, although of course he has problems with Pakistan. It's because we want the IMEC, the India Middle Eastern Economic Corridor. The whole idea is to make business and stop the fighting.
Chicago's mayoral election is set for Tuesday, February 23rd, 2027. One of the names on the ballot is Libertarian candidate John Kitover, a U.S. military veteran and longtime House
Everybody is
mayoral
working
election.
together and making families and getting educated, making hospitals and technology in schools. Everybody's life gets better. I can tell you, it's no secret that I'm a little older than you. I have watched a wave of abundance unparalleled in human history in the United States of America by simple things like just working and raising your kids and going to school and saving some money and investing in the
Chicago's mayoral election is set
That's
for
what the Israelis do. That's what the Europeans do. Although the Europeans,
Chicago, our mayoral election is coming up Tuesday, February 23rd, 2027. I'm John Kitover, and I'm running as your Libertarian candidate for mayor. I believe in safer neighborhoods, lower taxes, and a city government that works. Chicago, our mayoral.
We have 25,000 troops in Korea since World War II. There's much more skin in the game of America in Asia and in Europe. Than
Sure, but I would say this. So the whole spiel I hear about, like, we want violence, we want to cooperate. I see that as like submit to Israel or else.
Non-violence, or we want violence? What are you talking about?
Oh yes, Israel will use violence and
future.
That includes in order to have peace, it's submit to the will of Israel.
No, that's not necessary. What's the will of Israel?
To be the hegemonic power, and I mean,
not necessary. All they have to do is not bother us. That's all they have to do.
I don't know.
Look at how tiny Israel is. Look at how big the countries are around it. They have all the oil.
Yeah, but they have the biggest goddamn government in the country. The biggest country in the world that it basically is backing them up. So
yes.
They have big aspirations because of that.
Pepe, we're the world's policemen. That's
because that's God's chosen people, God's chosen land, Pepe. Get
on
the fucking bandwagon. Otherwise, you're going to be panned. No. God is Israel.
The Arabs are the ones with all the oil, the free money, not Israel. I mean, look at how much. Do you realize that this is a practice run for Asia? If you don't like the United States helping Israel, wait till we go and defend Taiwan. Do you realize that we have thousands of troops in Japan defending them from China? You're not thinking globally here. You're getting very focused on your Jew obsession. The United States is committed
That's
to
all he has, dude. He doesn't have anything else. He's not very arranged. It's just the Jews. It's all the Jews, Normal. Fuck China. It's just the Jews.
I never said no. You're so full of shit. I never said Jews. First of all,
I'm not saying.
When I talk about,
react to that.
No, I know.
You have to react to that.
Sure, but if I'm talking about, I get it. But when I'm talking about Netanyahu in particular, one particular leader in Israel who's a very polarizing figure in Israel. Then we can look at Trump, a very polarizing figure in America. They largely see eye to eye. And do I think that do I think that they have the best judgment? Absolutely fucking not.
Do I think you have the best judgment? Absolutely fucking not. So who cares what you say?
Pepe, do you understand that Japan and Germany were not allowed to have arms until very recently? And you understand why? Because of what they did in World War II. So who was there to defend them in the case of Germany against Russia, which is now a concern, right? And in the case of Japan against China. So all of those Asian nations, Singapore, South Korea, which is right next to North Korea, you may have noticed, Japan, who do you think is supposed to protect them? It's us.
Yeah, we're supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. And the same thing with Europe. Who do you think is defending them against Russia? Again, it's us. And our troops are there, and that's what NATO is all about. So it's not as if Israel is the only one of our allies. And somebody said before, I think very astutely, that that's what NATO is all about. So if Russia attacked Poland tomorrow, what would we do? We'd have boots on the ground. So
sure.
This is what Israel.
Sure, but if it wasn't Trump, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
If Netanyahu was not president, right? Or he's not
Prime
president.
Minister, yeah.
Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And Trump was not the president.
Yeah.
I have zero. I don't think we would go to war with Iran whatsoever.
Okay, makes sense to me.
Chicago's mayoral election.
But what's the point?
Yeah, so I think that they with their ideology, they're both willing to fight a war that they think will primarily benefit Israel using our military.
The whole world.
I don't think so.
You're not thinking globally.
I hate that IRGC. I don't like anybody they're aligned with, like Russia or China.
The memo. You haven't gotten the memo.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat it when you're.
You haven't gotten the memo, Pepe, that the IRGC wants to kill you and me. For the same reason, because we're not like them. And by the way, they want to kill Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, and Kuwait. Why do you think they're attacking all those countries? They're attacking civilian targets there. I just before I came into this room, I saw the desalinization plant in Saudi. If they hit the desalinization plant in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi, those people have no water. And by the way, if we hit their dams in Tehran, the Persian people have no water. So they're teetering on the brink of a dramatic humanitarian crisis. And we've already seen the Arabs, there's no intervention by Israel at all, slaughter each other by 1 million at a time. You forget that before we got involved, Saddam Hussein was in a war with Iran. These people are out there to kill each other. And our role, in order to keep the oil flowing and the world economy circulating along, is to keep them from killing each other. And that's what we do. We're keeping them from slaughtering each other.
Yeah, correct. It's, the last time I was in Bahrain, I mean, it's,
I've never been there.
yeah, and
God damn it, stop pronouncing it. You fucking faggot. Stop pronouncing it the exotic accent. It's so retarded.
That's the way you say it.
yeah, that's how you pronounce it, with all due respect.
It's a tiny little country, by the way, smaller than Israel.
Yeah, it's,
It's an island kingdom.
Norm, the last time I was in the UAE, was, the people were very nice. I won't say who I had dinner with, but he was a very nice guy.
I'm John Kitover with the John Kitover
I'm
News
not
Network.
gonna say.
News.
But what's happening in I don't know why. With all due respect to Pepe, why are you so combative when it comes to the people?
No, I've never said anything about them. I said the way you say Bahrain is kind of like
Pepe doesn't want Americans
That's how you
to
pronounce
die.
it.
Pepe doesn't want Americans to die, correct, Pepe?
yeah, I don't want us to be taken advantage of or to
isn't that
die.
what you're arguing?
Pepe, gun to the head.
I don't want us to die or be taken advantage of.
Okay, and what does that mean, taken advantage of?
It basically serving, getting entangled in wars that are more to the benefit of whether it can be people that are quote unquote elites or and when I say elites, I'm not referring to fucking Jews. Trump's an elite; he's not a Jew. But foreign countries.
Okay, so why do you think we went to Gulf War I? Do you remember? Didn't we talk about this the other night? Do you remember Gulf War I?
Because Iraq invaded Kuwait.
Right. Now, were you against that war?
No, but I think didn't Saddam Hussein? He took
Mayoral election is coming up Tuesday, February 20.
No,
John Kitover, and I'm running for mayor of Chicago as your libertarian candidate. Our state deserves leadership that respects your freedom and focuses on safe streets, reliable services, and responsible spending. The election is
Chicago's mayoral election is set for Tuesday, February 20.
And so we went in there to get them out. We were against that war. I wasn't against the war. I mean, yes, it seems like it's all about money and oil, but that's the way the world works.
I wasn't against that. I wasn't against
that.
Israel
helps out behind the scenes, of course. Israel is at the world's premier intelligence, but
why did they get their hands dirty?
Well, because the Arabs didn't want Israel involved, and then it breaks up the coalition.
The hard part what Normal saying is true in the sense that, like when it comes to Iraq and Afghanistan, if you were to put Israeli troops on the ground, they're like holy shit. That would complicate things so much. They're so much more hated than
And by the way,
everybody else.
Saddam was sending Scuds, if you remember. That was the birth of CNN.
It's on the ballot. It's liberty.
As our mayoral election is coming up Tuesday.
Wondering why they had never fought alongside us in those 4 wars?
Oh, no. What I was saying is that, okay, people like Mark were saying how they are our greatest allies, and that in World War III they'd be our greatest allies. And my point was is that that's never been seen. That's conjecture. Nobody can. No, I see America supporting Israel. I don't see them fighting in a war outside of us, on our side. But if you were to look at like particularly the Anglosphere countries, yes, like our big, what we're often, especially in the beginning, our biggest enemy. They're absolutely our. They've been our biggest allies, and so if we look at even in Iraq and Afghanistan, I'm not the one muting, by the way.
Stop it. Do you think that Trump would do anything that's not in his own interest?
This is where we get to the crux of the issue.
Okay.
Okay, so Trump is such a self-aggrandizing, narcissistic piece of fucking shit that he has zero goddamn qualms with sending a bunch of fucking Northwesterners and Southerners into wars to fight on the behalf of his cronies that will make him, his social life happy or maybe build his legacy.
Why does he need Witkoff and Kushner? He could get rid of him.
Well, Kushner is his son-in-law.
Yeah, but what does he need him involved in politics for? He doesn't need him. He could just tell Kushner, go stay home with Ivanka. Go do real estate or something.
Because he's a Jew, that's why.
And Trump
I didn't say that.
Trump is not. So
well, okay, kind of like what Dr. Jordan is saying is that I think this is where Trump's shortcomings in his judgment end up kind of like they can hurt people. And hold on.
Well, I don't think it's there. Let me just state that I don't think that's a reflection of his shortcomings. It's not his problem. It's, I think, the American jury's problem, but that's a different thing.
1000% it is the American jury problem, and it is people like the Adelsons itself that get Trump into trouble.
I don't get it. Why is Trump in trouble? Why is it?
Yeah, and they need another place. That's the problem.
What is the problem? I don't see the problem.
Okay, Jesus Christ, Norm. Okay, you keep on doing this, but I think like you can overtalk us, and you can try to steer the conversation, which I like you as a person, but okay, but I get it. I get it. I'm not the one muting you, by the way, but what? I hate it. I have a really hard time talking when I hear people talking. It's not me muting you, by the way, but
Your autism is strong in this one.
yeah, I'm not autistic. I might be.
Not you, Pepe. I'm not you, Pepe.
If you do this, I'll just go. I don't need. I'm not going to debate here.
No, don't do the pet. Normal.
No, then fucking leave. Either stop interrupting or leave.
I'm not interrupting. We're having a conversation.
Yes, you are. You know all the time.
No, I'm showing you how to think.
No, you're interrupting. No, you interrupt. You interrupt. No. Why don't I interrupt?
No.
You're fucking rude.
So I want to say this. Hold on. Don't.
Pepe and I know each other a long ass time.
Yeah. So hold on. Before nobody needs to get kicked. Now look, we can look at Jews in the United. God damn it! Did he get kicked?
No, he's in the audience.
What behooves? I don't understand what behooves boomers and these individuals to believe that they have to give us a teaching point, like a moral standpoint at every conversation. It's the elder millennial or the elder boomers. It's every one of them. I don't understand why we have to give an inquisitive perspective of ours so you can think. I don't understand where that comes from. What is this entitlement that boomers do?
That's what they have.
But this is the weird thing, is that I'm young enough or old enough to remember, excuse me, that during like the Iraq War and the war in Afghanistan, you had largely lefty Jews in the United States that were absolutely against that fucking war. You had the neocons and right-wing Zionists that were gung-ho about, those wars in the Middle East. Now, we could even look on this fucking app, okay? I would see Jews, they ban each other from each other's rooms, they mute each other, they call each other horrible names. They're not a fucking monolith, okay? Just like us, if there's no Jew in the room, okay, we absolutely attack and slander each other. It's just how we operate. They're not much different. So, but do I think that you can look people that are Jewish that are I think are absolutely sleazy pieces of shit like Netanyahu, and then sleazy pieces of shit like Donald Trump. They can make a recipe from hell, absolutely, and that's I think that's kind of what we're seeing. I mean, these are people who Donald. I'll just speak on Donald Trump. Like, I think he cares about his legacy and whatever flattery that he'll get whenever he makes a decision. I don't think he really cares about us genuinely. He's such a narcissistic piece of shit that I just, I don't know. Why even think that deeply into it?
Well, I wanted to hear what Norm, because I defer often to Norm. My take on the Witkoff and Kushner thing is, one, Kushner's too close to Trump. It's not the Jewish community that necessarily cares, although some people do. It's the undercurrent of anti-Semitism, again, that is generated by the strong affiliation of de facto diplomats negotiating instead of public officials who have been appointed, like the Secretary of State, and it makes there's a quiet there's an undertone of elitism that is going to, I think, bite us in the back, and I think that's, like I keep saying, and I'm like a broken record, but I think that's far more problematic than Netanyahu or Trump, because statesmen have always leveraged these bilateral relationships. You can go back into history and find all kinds of things that might leave some people unsettled, but by and large, it's the optics that are concerning regarding these two kind of unofficial designees, and they may actually be doing a great. Like, I have no idea if they're doing a great job. Obviously, they've done something. Maybe they do a better job than people who have been trained at Georgetown's foreign policy school, but I think it's looking bad. The optics are bad, and I don't. And that's the thing that is going to be a problem long term. But what the hell do I know? I'm just sitting here trying to fucking type an article.
Yeah. I agree with you regarding optics. I think that, like, I'm not somebody who wants to scapegoat Jews or, like, really, I've listened to so many retards over the last few years trying to do this shit, and it's.
I think back to where, like, even a talking point. I really want us to all go back to a fucking hole and shut the fuck up and do our little squirrely things and, that's it. Like, just be the quirky Jew in the fucking corner, the ones that go down to Florida, be kind of this thing.
Yeah, but Michael, no Jews, no news. Look at this room. Look at all these rooms. No Jews, no news.
It's fucking, like, annoying, man. Now it's
I would say one of the biggest problems, though, is that Yeah, like, holy shit, where do I get started? Like, you have people like Rabbi Shmuley, no offense, but...
He could toss him to the fucking wolves, man. Toss that man in the fucking fire. Like, fuck that. He's no representation for fucking Jews at all.
Are you kidding me? A lot of people look up to Rabbi Shmuley B'Teach, and he's got a huge social media following. Who the fuck are you compared to Rabbi Shmuley, Michael? Who the fuck are you?
So if you were to look at, like, even, like, Jonathan Greenblatt, who I think is an absolute fucking faggot, you know...
He's getting paid for his shit, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but right-wing Jews have always hated him, like, for years.
Yeah, he's doing his job, and I think it's...
Mountain Man. 75, 61, 26. Creating a new Sora account. Do you have a Sora account yet? I'm running for the mayor of Chicago, so I'm building a whole new build out. But it's going to be very easy this time to spam myself for mayor of Chicago because I have so many pre-existing accounts that I'm going to be able to take over the spectrum in Chicago.
Oh, bro. Oh, my God. Don't you hate it when I ate a five-layer burrito, 5-layer bean burrito from Taco Bell, and I'm like miles away from my house, dude, and it's like, it's bad. I gotta get home.
Do you have any JICs in the glove compartment box?
No.
Do you know what a JIC is?
What is that?
Just in case.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, no, dude, you can fucking get arrested around here. I mean, I'm sure there's a place you can do it, but I'm just gonna rush home.
Gross, bro.
One of them things, dude. So what's going on?
I'm sitting here creating Sora videos, listening to Pepe talk endlessly.
Pepe is so fucking retarded, dude. I don't get it. I mean, he has some intelligent takes, but this is why I'm certain that the Lord blesses those that bless Israel, and the ones that turn against Israel. I mean, Pepe is hopeless, bro. And I sense a little bit of gaydar in my gaydar senses pop off with them. With his fucking feminine voice and stuff. But anyway, whatever. But just an idiot, dude. Every time he's just like, it's Israel. It's only Israel. I'm like, what about China? And he just doesn't answer it.
Fuck.
Or he just like glitches out. Like, It doesn't matter. Fuck with China. It doesn't matter. It's not China. It's Israel. Like, dude, what the are you? I know you're not this fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
He just does it intentionally. He's got nothing else in his life to keep him entertained. This is actually his entertainment. Like,
yeah, he can sense he knows better than that, right?
This is what gets his rocks off, dude. This is what he's got going on for himself, and it's dude, he doesn't even publish it. So I just don't understand. Like, he's not getting anything from this. Nothing. It's just purely. I mean, I've heard him like make suicidal statements. I've heard him make homicidal statements. I've heard him make sexual assault statements. The guy is, intentionally just trying to spike his dopamine by making controversial, profane statements. And he's just it's immature, dude. I mean, he's got a chance at nothing. I don't think it's projection. At least I know I got a little chance, but like, what is Pepe doing? It's just at least call it the Pepe Comedy Club, and like drop it here and there, but do a build up. Like, that's the whole thing, is like the build up to the punchline. He's got no build up. It's just shock.
Well, he's also repetitive. Since I met the fucker, he's been saying the same shit. It's just he has more fire now, more ammunition now, because we're attacking Iran right now. But it's just whatever, dude. I don't get these people that supposedly are on the right, because that's what I sensed from Pepe, that he was on the right when I got on this app. But
Yeah, dude. He claims that he used to hang out in neo-Nazi spaces on Discord and other places, and he drops the K word.
Neo-Nazis would sense that gayness in his voice right away.
Well, dude, there are some. I mean, there are neo-Nazis on X spaces. I went into a room and they're like,
I've been on there.
they're like, who let this fucking Joe in here? I'll kick you in an oven, bitch. Die. Like,
They said that to you?
yeah, because I went in there and they say that none of them should be Christians and that they should all be pagans or not even that. I don't even know what the fuck. I couldn't quite understand what the position was, but anyways, I just tried to convince them that Jesus Christ is the perfect formula, and if you don't get it, it's because you're stupid. And they would.
Dude, I tried talking to those morons myself, and I love it how a lot of them are like English, they're British, and they're talking about trying to start out. Because what was crazy is, I wanted to get their angle too. And so right away they asked me, where are your parents from? Where are you from? And I was just like, and it's actually true, but I was like, Germany and England, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, you're cool. Okay, you're cool. I was like, okay. And then I thought maybe they would be intelligent, but they were all talking about how we need to have a socialist system, how Nazism was actually just fine. It was because it wasn't a big deal, and I was like, I said, so me being on the right, I'm against big government, and socialism is the enemy. They're like, no. As long as he's white, it'll be just fine. That's what they were saying. I'm like, what? Like, you guys are fucking retarded. They're like, yeah, we're gonna start a new system in Texas or Kentucky, and we're gonna start our own communities, white only. And like a bunch of these retards were British too. And I'm like, wait a minute. You British assholes have lost your country, over fucking run by immigrants, lost your guns. You're gonna sit here and try to fucking lecture us or try to talk about how you're gonna fucking start some system. I was like, you guys are a joke, man. And they hated me too, because I told them straight up. I said, you guys are fucking retarded. I said, just because the guy's the same skin color as you doesn't fucking make it to where it's okay for a giant bloated socialist government. Like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. You guys are acting like the black community. Whoa. I'm like, well, you are. Like, the black community believes that as long as they're our skin color, they're gonna have our best interest. Like, you guys are fucking retarded, man. And they booted me. So
I told them, I was like, you guys sound like a bunch of N-words. You guys just keep talking about white people, black people, white people. I was like, you're just all a bunch of N-words because
bunch of fucking retards.
This is what N-words do all day. They sit here and they talk about white people. Like, I've never had a conversation with what we call a white person about white people. Like, ever. I don't even think about it, but it's not just that. It's really, but I did hear somebody once say there's no such thing as N-words. There's only Africans. And so the whole spin on African American is that there's something distinct from African. They're not. And same thing with white. We are not white. We are either German or we are an Italian or we are a so the whole racial identity politic conversation in itself is just a waste of time and stupid.
It's so fucking stupid. And you're right. They sit there and complain, and they say the same thing that black communities. We're gonna start our own system and overthrow this shit. And I'm like, you guys, that's retarded. Like, that's not gonna. You're never gonna accomplish that. Just like the week that I tried to hang out there. Oh, it'll work. Trust me. You just start with small steps, man. Like, I'm like, you guys are talking just like other people I know on Clubhouse who sit here and it feels good, but you're never gonna do shit. You're gonna sit there and complain and have some fairy tale, but you guys are fucking retards. And then they were threatening to like kill me and shit too. You know what I mean? After they had kicked me down, they were threatening. They were like, yeah, people like that need to be killed and stuff too. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, you retards are never gonna get fucking past first base. But
Pepe loves to talk about neo-Nazi accelerationists and or like satanic Nazi death cults that do like mind programming to get you to commit suicide. Like Pepe will talk about horrific things, like stuff that is terrifying. And I've heard him say like he wants to, can I rape that person? Can I go kill that? Like really fucked up shit where it's like if that's what is actually coming out of your brain, like you are actually probably like a dangerous person, like there's a reason why I never want to meet people from this app. Like the app is the reason why
I agree.
I'm glad I get to talk to you through the app, and I hope to never meet you in the real world.
Right. Yeah, no one person I would never meet in real life, even though I do like him, is Doc. I feel like Doc would be liable to kill you.
Yeah, that he calls me, like he just called me today like a couple times. He called me the other day like a bunch of times, and I don't want to.
He's doing well. I haven't heard from him in a while, but
yeah, I'm sure he's fine. But the thing is, it's like I'm not going to take your call, so I can pump you into. That's what he wants. Is he's watching my YouTube live, and he wants to call and speak through my phone into a clubhouse room. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not your gateway or your bridge. If you want to come on Conhouse, you got to come on here and talk on here. I'm not going to take your call. If you want to talk to me, you know where to find me. But I'm not going to play that game.
The problem is that he keeps on saying shit and getting himself banned, so he has to start a new account.
Yeah, he can't take it anymore. He's exhausted with it.
He is?
Yeah.
What's he's exhausted with? Just getting kicked?
Getting kicked? Yeah, having to get a new burner number. Like, it's a pain in the ass.
Well, what he's got to do is not threaten to kill people.
Yeah, that would help if,
That's pretty simple. I mean, listen, I've done that shit in the past too, even though I don't mean it, but it's not a good idea. And now...
You think?
No, of course. But the newest update literally just made clear, and I clarified it on ChatGPT, that the app has transcripts that it can print out. If you make threats, it will print that shit out if they need to, and you can get a case brought against you.
Mm-hmm.
So, not to mention, it's just, with the karma points, and it's just not a good practice to threaten people, but I haven't been kicked, I have not been, removed from the app or clipped, man, for like a year. I just started that. You can still wild out and stuff and still have debates and stuff. You just can't go too far and say certain shit. It's not terribly hard.
Well, some people
you get clipped because I don't know why were you getting clipped so much, because of the recordings or what?
Yeah, people mass reporting me for knowing that I'm like live streaming them onto Instagram and YouTube, but it's like nobody looks at it. I'm just like living in people's living in their brains, and they're just like, I can't believe this guy motherfucker. I didn't give him permission to record me. Fuck him.
I think that John Gilman is dangerous. I've heard people say that, dude.
Yeah, I heard this one girl, she's like, he believes in what he's saying so much that like if somebody's gonna do something, I think he's gonna do it. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not a violent person, and like if you're gonna project your shit onto me, fuck you. Like I'm here to rebuff what you're saying. Go fuck yourself, bitch. And it's just my opinion, John. Oh, okay. Well, thanks so much for your opinion. Appreciate it.
I've had people say, man, they need to watch you. Like, I'm going to hear about you on the news one day. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, have you ever, it's like I told her, I was like, have you ever heard me make a death threat? Have you ever heard me act violent? No, but you're just like so intense. I'm like, okay, so why would you come on here and slander me and gossip about me that way, huh? And she's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, well, I don't know. You're retarded. We figured it out. You're stupid, and you're just here to get your dopamine by trying to fuck with me and by slandering me, right? She's like, I guess. Never mind. I don't even know who it is, like who said that to me one day, but man, when I was running and fucking what's his face, it's so funny. It's like you would think that maybe people could come here to work together, to actually put some stuff out, content, etc., in an organized, systematic, professional manner. Nope. You get people attacking you with death threats, slander. Dr. Adams and others on here, went crazy against it. And nobody helped me with my campaign for Congress. They only helped me in the sense that they were providing a fake opposition for me to like create content with, but nobody actually said, John, I want to help you. People gave me their money. I did raise $600, which is, I talked to other congressional candidates. They couldn't raise $100, so my little $600 is a lot better than other people, so I'm just saying that this app could be used for transformational purposes, but nope, that's impossible because of human behavior. And that's just the way life is. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. If you have an intuition, you got to follow it. Don't take people's advice. Just follow your intuition. Use them as like, maybe a conversation starter, but like ultimately you are 100% responsible for your decisions. And I've just always found that like doing work in silence continually is like what has always made me money, in the publishing industry. So nobody's ever helped me though. People have only just basically tried to like use me as like a way to gather intelligence or compare themselves. Like this app is it could be transformational, but most people just don't have that capability. It's my opinion.
Well, yeah, no, I understand. I it's really a place where people just bullshit. Originally, man, it was made for rappers, and it was a fucking hood app, bro. It still kind of is, to be honest.
Oh, it's a ghetto app.
It's a ghetto fucking app, dude.
It's a gang. I heard what's his face call it a gangbanger app. I was like, that's true. It is a gangbanger app.
It is, and it sucks, man. Like when 90% of the rooms are just ghetto fucking nonsense, so then you have to go to a place like Chillism or fucking Talking Apes. This sucks, dude.
That's like one step above ghetto.
It is. It just fucking sucks, And Day-Day has, no charisma. 5'4",
booger eater,
greasy, 140-pound Mexican who people don't even remember his name in high school, but you run the clubhouse, so it's just it kind of sucks,
Hey.
It's the best we got, though, bro. It's like the best because there's not much conversation rooms. Other than that, it's a fucking ghetto room, dude.
Well, man, sometimes you can hear gold in those ghetto rooms. Like you hear shit like when a black guy wants to act hard, and tough, and like super righteous, etc. Like you can hear some funny shit. Like where they,
I do, bro. Yeah. Fucking smoke detectors beeping like it's fucking McDonald's up in that.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
Isn't it the truth, though? Fuck.
It's crazy, but that's the thing. It's like I hate them. I don't hate them. I wish there was a way that we could like turn this thing into some type of a community honeypot, where everybody was able to draw from the well. But I do appreciate the fact that like right now I have, 15 cell phones recording 4 different clubhouse rooms, and it doesn't cost me anything to do that. And the thing is, like, it's people really talking, and it's proprietary, and it's all on YouTube. And basically, like, I'm running for the mayor of Chicago, so I'm gonna print up these little, cards and just put on, because now I'm doing a backdrop behind my live stream. So right now I've got a John Kitover board. I've got a different congressional candidate, 2 different congressional candidate boards, but like I'm just going to use the I'm going to change the backdrop because like what I'm saying is like I'm constantly working on the visual medium, like what I'm filming, how I'm filming it, how do I do it at scale?
How do I do it artistically? How do I put forward the best image possible so I can attract the greatest possible number of views and create the most stickiness when somebody comes across my live stream?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, bro. Well, you know, I've been doing some extra work on the side. I've been door dashing, and tomorrow's the first day back sprinkler teching. But I worked late doing door dashing, so I'm tired. I need to go to bed. I got to be up early tomorrow for my actual real job, buddy.
Got it.
You have a good night, all right, man?
Okay, God bless. Take care.
Like, if you were to poll your country, would you say pro-Trump, anti-Trump?
Anti-Trump. But a lot of people are pro-Trump.
In your country?
Yeah, the majority are like retards who like are obsessed with like pretty much putting themselves down and like giving our money to the rest of the world and shit. So yeah, majority of people are going to be anti-Trump, and then there's a huge population that is also pro-Trump.
So you guys are mostly socialists, so I'm guessing who was the popular pick for this last presidential election? Like you said, majority of your country, who did they want?
Kamala. Kamala spent some time in Montreal when she grew up. So she's well known in some sort of, Canadian circles, and all that like women shit, and I think she just did a speech like tour in Toronto or something like that. But yeah, it was definitely Kamala.
Very interesting. What would you say your country makes fun of U.S. citizens the most for?
Probably just being too like rowdy, like rootin' tootin', shooting, guns, smoking, whiskey drinking, Big Mac, supersized fries, fucking Ford F-150, 2579.
دو سال پیش شنیدن این اتفاق نمیفته. یعنی اون اکثریت به دلیلی که ساختار اجتماعیت بین رفته نمیتونن اعمال قدرت بکنن، به دلیلی که اون تشکل‌ها، سازوکارهایی که در واقع جامعه رو در درجه اول میسازه، این سیستم اجتماعی در درجه اول میسازه و بعد در اون سیستم اجتماعی خب برای جامعه میتونه اعمال قدرت و اعمال خاص خودش رو بکنه. اینها به دلیلی که این ساختار اجتماعی از بین رفته، اصلا خود انقلاب که اتفاق میفته همین هست. یعنی اکثریت، حالا گفته میشه که اکثریت خب انقلاب کردن، ولی خب سال 56 اکثریت راضی بودن از اوضاع. میتونید یعنی یک سال قبل از انقلاب شما فضای باز سیاسی که اعلام میکنید در تلویزیون میدیدن که من دیدم ویدیوهاش رو، نماینده ها و خیلی‌هاشون هم آدمایی بودن که خب برای فرصت حالا این به اون میتاخت که نمیدونم چقدر فساد هست. یکی میگفتش که من اگه حرف بزنم و من گفتم سرم رو زیر آب میکنن. شما ویدیوش رو ببینید، همین الان هست، بشه میشد میتونید فضای باز که اعلام میشد از به مردم، وارد مردم که چقدر تا یه حدی فساد در مملکت هست و برخواد به خاطر که اون سیستم اجتماعی نبود، یک اکثریت به اصطلاح پراکنده در برابرشون یک اقلیت متشکل که مذهبی ها بودن، یا ایدئولوژی مذهبی، ایدئولوژی مارکسیستی، ایدئولوژی های به حال ارقاتی که بین اینها شکل گرفت، اینها رو با هم متحد کرد در برابر اکثریت متفرق. خب اینها اومدن قدرت رو گرفتن. این چیز طبیعی هست. الان هم همینطور هست. متأسفانه بعد از 50 سال این اکثریت هنوز به دلیلی که اون ساختار اجتماعی بین رفته نتونسته که خواست خودش رو مثلا نمیتونه جمع بشه. حالا اینکه یک سری اتفاقات داره میفته، چیزایی ما میشتریم خب ممکنه خوب باشه، حالا آینده میتونه به ما بگه که اینها میتونن موثر باشن. خیلی موقع به اصطلاح یک حرکت‌هایی صورت گرفته و جمهوری اسلامی نابود کرد به تدریج یا بلافاصله. این که اینها بتونن اونقدر قوی بشن که جمهوری اسلامی رو بر بیاندازن یه بحث درازی هست، ولی شرایط کنونی ما حالا شاید بعد برگردن شکل استقلالیه دیگه. من توی مشاوره که میرم استثنا میشتم که مثلا بخواد بحثی بشه که فردا، پس فردا، هفته بعد، 2 هفته بعد، که یه ماه بعد که این حملات تموم شد،
مردم چه کار باید بکنن؟ یعنی به حال این حکومت رو قرار هستش که حداقل گفته میشه که مردم ایران باید براندازی بکنن. خب به حال پلن چی هست؟ طرح چی هست؟ به حال این حملاتی که داره میشه، خب حالا یک دو هفته اول خب خیلی کشته شدن از سران نظام و اینها، ولی مسئله اینه که دیگه اینها که یعنی امریکا میتونه یک ما بزنه، ولی یه پاسکاری که دوبار که نمیتونه بزنه، یه سه بار که نمیتونه بزنه که. یعنی میخوام بگم اون هدفهای جنگی هدفهای مشخص و محدودی دیگه، حالا شما فرض بگیرید 10,000 تا 20,000 تا باشن، و اون سپاهی بسیجی که دیگه میدونید در مقر سپاه که دیگه نیستش، که در کلانتری و در مقر بسیج که نیستن که، اینا همه پخش شدن جاهای مختلفن و هستن، اصلا هم دستشون هست. یک ماه بعد یعنی میخوام یه دیگه نمیتونه بزنه، میتونه ساختمان ها رو بزنه، ساختمان که خالی هست دیگه عملا، ولی مسئله اینه که یک ماه بعد به هر حال هنوز ممکنه چند ده هزار چند صد هزار از اینها باشن که اسلحه هم به دست دارن. حالا چطور ما میتونیم که مدیریت بکنیم یک ماه بعد که این حملات به هر حال قرار تموم بشه که بتونی براندازی بکنیم؟ یه چیزی میشمردن که مثلا در فلان وبسایتی که فرضاً پرواز هواپیماها اونجا نمایان هست که فلان هواپیما از کجا بلند شد، کجا رفت، نمیدونم این رادارش رو خاموش کرد، فلان کرد، صبح حمله میکنه، بعد از اون حمله میکنه، فردا حمله میکنه. یعنی ما الان 3 ماه بود که در واقع داشتیم صحبت میکردیم که حمله میکنه، ولی حمله کرده، صحبت میکنیم کجا رو زد، کی رو زد، و این لحظاتی که در واقع سرنوشت ساز هست. ما به قول ترامپ یک فرصت هست برای جنریشنز. خب این فرصتی که ما الان داریم بتونیم فکر بکنیم، برنامه‌ریزی بکنیم، میتونیم مخالفت کنیم همه رو به شاهزاده و تیمشون، ولی مسئله اینه که ما هم باید کمک بکنیم دیگه. یعنی باید یه سری حداقل ایده بدیم، نقد بکنیم. نقد منظور اینه که فکرامونو بگیم، میتونید، و ایشون بتونه ایده بگیره، ایشون بتونه اطلاعات بگیره، ایشون بتونه ببینید آگاهی بیشتری پیدا بکنه، چون به هر حال ایشون یک فرده. یعنی پدر ایشون به هر حال شما میدونید سازمان برنامه، نمیدونم سوال خودش سوال در
My name is John Kitover. I'm running for mayor. On Tuesday, February 23rd, 2027, we have a choice. We can keep doing the same, or we can choose a government.
Deserves leadership and policies. John Kitover grew up on the South Side, built a business, and fought for our neighborhoods, from safer streets to better transit and thriving
Politics, the race for Chicago mayor is heating up. Libertarian candidate John Kitover officially launched his campaign today ahead of
رتبه 2 ارتش غیره، علاوه امنیتی، اطلاعاتی، دانش، اینها در واقع با خودش را با خیلی ها صحبت کرد. این امثال علم، نمیدونم علا، انتظام ها، اینها آدمی فوق العاده ای بودن. خانم امینی، اینها کسایی بود که ایشون روزانه با اینو صحبت میکرد. در نتیجه میخوام بگم تصمیمی که میگیره حاصل برآیند در واقع آگاهی اجتماعی بود، جامعه ایران بود در اون زمان. ایشون متأخر شاهزاده خب به هر حال یک فرد هست، این نهادها رو که نداده، حداقل ما میتونیم بهشون کمک بکنیم که ممکنه جایی رو ندیده باشه، بهتر ببینه، ممکنه اطلاعاتی احتیاج داشته باشه بهشون بدیم، ممکنه راههایی در ذهن ما باشه که میتونیم که ما بتونیم این راهها رو مدام بگیم. یعنی میخوام بگم نماز نمیکنه شاهزاده رو و تیمشون رو، که اینها با هم کمک میکنن به ملک ملک. درش میخوام بگم که باید این لحظات زنده باشیم. کلا میگم یا من فرد خاصی خیلی از شما ممکن هم از زنده تر باشیم، یعنی منظورم که فعال باشیم، فکر بکنیم، اهمیت بدیم، صرف اینکه هم مدام دنبال بکنیم که کجا رو زد، کی چی گفت، فلانی چی گفت، که خوبه، ولی خب به هر حال در کنارش باید ما هم اون سهم خودمون اجرا بکنیم دیگه، وگرنه خب میخوام منتظر باشیم که سرباز امریکایی بخوام ما رو نجات بدن، البته خودمون هم خانواده دارم، قرار نیست که اونها کشته بشن به خاطر اینکه مثلا یه عده‌ای از ایرانی‌ها نخوان مسئله قبول بکنن. حالا من منظورم شخص خاصی نیست، کلا میگم خیلی از من مسئولیتشون رو بیشتر احوا کردن و مسئول پذیرتر بودن، ولی کلیت جامعه هنوز اگر که به اون وضعیت نرسه که اون مسئولیت به اون حدی که باید قبول بکنه، اگر نکنه، خب همین وضع میمونه. احتمالاً اگر که امریکا نخواد که ویدیو زمینی بیاره، اون بحث دیگه است. من دارم طرف خودمون رو میگم. ممکنه امریکا حملش گسترده‌تر بشه، حمله زمینی بکنه. حالا من چه شنیدم بخواد خارکو بگیره. حتی من مثلا فکر کردم بیاد مثلا کمک بکنه که خوزستان رو مثلا با چیزی بگیریم و شاهزاده رو اونجا به عنوان نماینده مردم ایران بذاره، برخواد پول‌هایی که این بر اون بر دنیا هست برسه به دولتی که شاهزاده تشکیل میده. میدونید برخواد یک منطقه رو میتونه امریکا بگیره، بده به حالا نماینده های ملت ایران، دولت رو در تبعید، اون پول‌ها امکانات برسه به دست اینها، سفارتخانه‌ها داده بشه به اینها، ولی چیزایی که باید روش کار بشه. خیلی میدونید یه چیزی هست که آنگوینگ باید باشه، روش مدام بحث بشه، روش کار بشه. ولی خب من حداقل من که یادم معمولی هم نمیبینم اون پشت اتفاقی داره میفته. امیدوارم که خب باشه اینها، ولی به هر حال
John Kitover, I'm running for mayor of Chicago as your libertarian candidate. Our city deserves leadership that respects your freedom and focuses on safe.
این در واقع نقش ما رو، سهم ما رو در واقع میدونید نقش نمی‌کنه. خیلی حرفه ببخشید.
بله جناب من در پاسخ بهشون گفتم ببینید وقتی که جریانات تغییر داره انجام میشه دو تا حالت به وجود میاد. تغییر به قول آمریکایی بعضی موقع اینویتابل تغییر داره به وجود. منتها موضوع اینه که یک ملتی میان سرنوشت خودشون رقم میزنن یا میذارن یک کسی دیگه سرنوشتشون رو رقم بزنن. سرنوشت رقم زده خواهد شد. شما دارین میگید که چرا سرنوشتتون رو خودمون رقم نمیزنیم در حالی که این تغییرات داره به وجود میاد. اون سوال خیلی درستیه، ولی اینکه مثلا تو کلاب هاوس یه بحثی بشه و اینا که راه حل کلام نیست. شما باید نگاه بکنید که برای یک تغییر کلام راه حل سیاسی اون چیه. راه حل سیاسی مطمئنه که مثلا سوشال میدیا یه ابزاره که این ابزار میتونه مثلا فراهم بکنه ولی ابزار هدف ابجکتیوی نیستش که مثلا در سوشال میدیا ما میونسته رو مطرح کنیم. اون خودش یه ابزاره. پس بنابراین اون چیزی که هدف یک هدف سیاسیه که این هدف سیاسی نیازمند سازوکار سیاسی. تا موقعی که سازوکار سیاسی نباشه این چیزی که شما میخوان نه در درون کلاب هاوس میسره نه در درون اسپیس توییتری. اینجا یک جاهایی که ما ارتباط اندیشه داریم با هم. از درون تولید که نمیشه. اونم تولید در حد یک کشور، در حد یک آلترناتیوی در برابر جمهوری اسلامی. پس بنابراین سوال شما به جاست، ولی اینکه شما مثلا از خودت انتظار داری که کار بکنی این یه مقدار در واقع ناجاست. این باید در موقعیت دیگر باشه. موقعیت افرادی که سیاسی هستن، پایگاه سیاسی دارن، دستشون بازه، پشتوانه دارن و اونها بتونن با ایجاد ساختارهای سیاسی در واقع یک روشمندی رو به کار ببرن که نقشه راه تغییر رو اونها برای ما روشن کنن و ما در اون نقشه عملیات داشته باشیم. اگر این به وجود نیاد خارجی ها تغییرات رو بنابرمندیات خودشون انجام میدن و ما فقط میشیم مخلوق. امیدوارم که پاسخ داده
کارشون نظرت خوبه. من خیلی سعی میکنم که بفهمم این بازش بکنم برای خودم. من یه بحثم رو داشت مثلا خیلی وقت پیش من اونجا عرض کردم خدمتتون، شما راجع به روشنفکرها صحبت میکردید که حالا نقشی داشتن در انقلاب و اینا. من عرض کردم که ما نمیتونیم یک مجموعه رو داریم بحث میکنیم، سیستم رو بحث میکنیم، جزء از سیستم رو بیرون بکشیم و این رو بخوایم فارغ از در بفهمیم. در نتیجه این که یه عده آدم دیگه خواستشون هر چی بکنیم کار رو بکنم. من اون هستن قراره که باشم کی میکنه، دنبال میکنه، اهمیت میده، سعی میکنه که راه حل بده، سعی میکنه که نقد بکنه، سعی میکنه که باز بکنه مسائل رو. میدونید مستقل هست، امپراتوری هست، حالا
Hello, Linda. How are you? Hello. Hello? Linda? Hello? Hello?
که قبل از اسلام کار میکرده این سیستم.